Did you know that there's a new GD level that can dethrone the nightmare from the easiest demon spot? In this video, we'll be comparing the two levels to see which one truly comes out to be easier. But before we continue, just want to let you know that there's a red button down there waiting to be pressed, so go press it. Moving on, I will rate each section in each level from 1 to 5, 1 being easier than an easy demon, 5 being harder. So let's just get started. We begin with the first ball. This is pretty easy. It's nothing crazy. You might die once or twice, but it shouldn't be too hard to get past. It's an easy 2. Then we have a 3. The spikes get a little confusing and there are a few blind jumps and it's not too bad. Then we get the first cube. It's just a couple of timings and jumps. It's a solid 2. It's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest. Then we have some blind jumps. Can get you a couple of times, but not too bad. This is the easiest part in the level. The middle ball, it's an easy one. Now we're entering the ship. This can get a little confusing because there are like small blocks and within big blocks. This has a fake out, it's a 1, and this is one of the hardest parts with a 4 because it goes upside down with those. This is kind of easy. It's just it looks hard, but it's easy. Then you have some cubes, and you go into one of the easiest flies in the level. Then you go back to cube, you scroll down. Here you can just basically spam and you'll get past it. You might die once or twice, but it's a pretty easy 2. Maybe even a 1, but I'll go with 2. Then you have a pretty hard cube, and you can get nervous at the end. There's a couple of fake outs. It's a 3. Not too bad. This is the easiest ship in the level with an easy 1, and then ending with a 1 cube. Pretty easy. This comes in with a final total of 34 out of 85. Our competitor is Shiver. Starting off, we have one of the hardest parts. It's the ship. It's a pretty tight ship, mostly straight fly, but it's easy to use straight fly, so it's a straight 3. Then we have a pretty easy UFO. I gave it a 2 because even though it's high pace, it tells you where to click. Then we have the easiest part, which is the wave. It's a 1. It's just very open and pretty easy. Then we have one of the hardest parts in the level, the duel. It speaks for itself. Then we have the ball duel, a little easier, pretty simple, with just a few timings. Then we have a tight, or I guess a slow cube. I gave it a 2, it's just slow and a few jumps. Now we have the fastball. I gave this a 2, even though it looks fast. When you actually play it, it's very, very simple. You just gotta learn what orbs to press. It's just a little bit of memorization. It's simple when you play it, 2. Then we have another easy part in the level. 1 is just a slow spider. You go up and down. That's about it. There's no fix in this one. And finishing off with a 1. You just gotta memorize 2 orbs to press, and that's it. And that's the end of the level. It's a pretty short level. It's pretty easy. Let's see the winner. And the Shiver comes in with a final score of 17 out of 45. This beats the Nightmare score, making it officially the new easiest demon. So, what do you think now that Shiver is the easiest demon? Do you agree or disagree? Leave it in the comments. And I guess, peace out.